Well, this is a pretty wild success, and it's been that way for a long time, and there's not a lot of reporting on it. And I just think that's the way that the indie environment goes. There's a lot of kind of like tribalism and cultism that it sets a lot of creators against each other, and I think that's stupid. And I always have. I've always thought, as the indies, it is a stacked deck against us. We're against corporate culture who's pushing against us, and so when we see successes, we need to celebrate that all the way around. And Kamen America has been a consistent success for one big reason, and this is like a blueprint of how to be successful in the arts as an independent, which I'm going to get into. It's a very, very simple strategy. And it's one, that is just pretty easy to follow. So let's look at this campaign and see why it's doing so well. My name's John Delarose, everybody. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things in comic culture. Really appreciate you for being there. And I have my book, The Emerald Array. It's a Space Marine graphic novel on Fund My Comic today. I was banned from Kickstarter about a week ago because they don't like my YouTube commentary on what's going on at Marvel at DC. They're triggered by it. I'm a real threat to them, as they know. And I'm coming out with comics like much like Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini are doing over there on a quarterly basis, very regular. And I am a real threat to the mainstream industry because of that. Now, we have an awesome Space Marine graphic novel. This is just spacemen versus evil bug creatures from outer space. And it is just action-packed pulp, just like you've always asked for. And I heard a lot of people asking for that. You guys wanted strong male leads. You wanted great science fiction. And so I said, okay, we wrote it and we delivered to you. Now, I'm very, very happy. This hit 10K over the weekend on this alternative platform that is committed to free speech. They're great people. I am working on building this platform. I'm 100% all in on them. And I'm thrilled. So thank you guys so much for supporting and getting us to that 10K level. And check it out in the description below if you've not. I want to get us over 200 backers today, and I appreciate you for being there. We have a digital option if you want to just come in on the digital level. However you can support is fantastic. We deliver our comics. We've delivered over 12 graphic novels so far. One of the most consistent names out there, which is why people keep coming in for us as well. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much. And that's in the description below. So Kamen America is another one of those just successes that just keeps going over and over and over again. This is volume 10, and they hit $100,000 in their first day. Now, like I said, there's a secret to this success, and one of those things is, one, you just stick with the same series. This is one thing I'm very bad about, because I like to put out a lot of different ideas, and I get sidetracked kind of easily because I just like to write different things. But as a creator, and this works for Amazon too, because I know a lot of very successful science fiction Amazon authors, if you just stick in genre and stick with the same property over and over and over again for a while, you build a giant series, and as you deliver and you deliver quality, people pick it up over time, and then really just it takes off at some point. And this has taken off for a while. This is not the first volume that's done hyper successful like this, and because of that, the backers and the readers keep coming back to Kamen America. So it's pretty good. It's got that anime vibe, the waifu vibe right here that a lot of people like, and they enjoy things because of that. And she's also got a nice patriotic vibe to it. So it's something that just appeals to a lot of people, especially kind of like in that conservative anime weeb sort of deal. And, they've got a great cover artist, obviously, just beautiful stuff, and multiple great cover artists. And, there's a lot of thirst traps here stuff as well. That definitely helps. People love that on Kickstarter. But they don't. If you look, they don't go full pornography like a lot of the Kickstarter stuff. And it's just cutesy weeb stuff on the inside. So with giant, things. And people like that. Very, very simple, and it's definitely catering towards the target demographic of what people enjoy. Now, since you know that, you've got your target demographic, you've got your deal, all you have to do is just consistently deliver. And that's what they've been quietly doing. Just over and over again, they get the book, they get it out quickly, it's really good, people enjoy it, Mark's writing's good, Tim's art's pretty good, and it's just enjoyable stuff. A simple formula to success that a lot of independent people just don't realize. And now theirs went pretty fast. This is volume 10, and I always tell creators, because I get asked a lot on the side. How do I build a Kickstarter that's a success? And I've got a book idea, blah, blah, blah. And I say, consistency is it. And if you look at Kamen America, it's consistently, you know what you're going to get from volume to volume. It happens very much similarly. And the consistent just attention to what those fans want in that space just works. So we've got the same thing. Volume 9 had very, very much a similar situation here. 146,000, 2,300 backers. And you look back to Volume 8. What do we have here? 2,800 backers, 150,000. And so they've delivered the consistent look and the consistent feel and the consistent stories every single time, and they get rewarded for it. That is the deal. Now, if you go back to their first volume, the first volume did $20,000, right? And they had multiple crowdfunds before this. They have some books called Black Hops, which are really fun, by the way. Didn't quite do as well as the Kamen America theme because Black Hops was an animal theme, didn't have the thirst trap, and people do want that. That is a very much a thing. But when they focused on what the audiences of anime and manga wanted, and they just produced over and over and over again, they got it. So again, consistency, and that's what I'm trying to hammer home right now. And so this is what you can expect. And I always tell people this. Even this Kamen America was not their first volume. They had those before. They had a couple Trump parody comics before that as well. So these guys, Kamen America was their 6th or 7th comic, and that's what became a success. And if you look at kind of what I've done as well, my Terran Imperium books did much the same compared to like Flying Sparks was going before and some others were going before. And once the Terran Imperium one came out with book 1, I did $30,000. I had 500 backers. Book 2 did $50,000 and over 700 backers. And of course, the Emerald Array is already sitting at 200 backers in the first week. So we have a consistent brand going on, doing the consistent thing in science fiction, and it's working because that's what the science fiction readers wanted. And that's why I always tell people, and now this is the hard part for creators. Don't expect a huge hit your first time out the gate. I know you've got your baby that you're excited about. I know that you think you've got a wonderful idea. But if you don't have an audience, you don't have an audience. It just is what it is. And so these guys actually developed an audience over time by just producing, like I said, book after book after book. And I think Kamen America was like their 5th or 6th book, like I said. And it did pretty well. But actually, a 20,000 with 1,000 backers, not super profitable. It took till book 2 or 3 of this to get there. And so my advice to you is don't expect a profit in this realm until you're on book like 10 to 15 of what you're doing. And that's when you're really going to start to take off. That's when the consistency shows, because people can trust you at that point that you've done a dozen or so books and they know what to expect. And that's what you have to expect in the deal. And a lot of people don't have patience for that and don't, look, if you have a hobby that you want to just put out your book or whatever and you think it's fun, that's great. But don't get frustrated like your first time out the gate or anything like that. This is, like I said, your primer 101 on how to be a success. It's consistency. 10 to 15 books, that's what you want to get. Even maybe 20 books it might take you to get there. And that is what people are looking for. So congratulations to the Kamen America guys. Like I said, they've just put out a good product consistently. They have done a really good job marketing everything on every front. And this is another independent success, which is a great thing for independent comics. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and also check out our Emerald Array graphic novel on Fund My Comic right now. Can't be on Kickstarter anymore because those guys are a bunch of turds over there. But we are developing this new platform in addition to what we're doing over here. This is where the culture war's at, and it's going to be a great book, guys. Everybody who's been my advanced reader on this has said this is the one that they've been waiting for from me for a long, long time, and I've delivered excellence. So check it out. It's in the description below. Thank you so much, and we'll be back soon.